So happy you could join us again. I am with Greg Engert, beer director for the Neighborhood Restaurant Group, a James Beard Award nominee. The group includes in Alexandria, Columbia Firehouse, and Vermilion. Then over in the Del Rey neighborhood, you have Evening Star Cafe and Planet Wine. Greg, always great to see you.
You too, bud.
What do we have on tap this week?
So this week we have a really delicious, fresh IPA from our friends out at Crooked Run Brewing Company in Sterling, Virginia. It's called Without You. It is a beautiful beer. You can see it's hazy, supremely aromatic, not too bitter.
I'm guessing I'm going to be glad to be with you.
Delicious beer from Jake and Lee out at Crooked Run. So, you know, Crooked Run Brewing Company is a really cool local beer story because they got their start in 2013, a couple of 25-year-old guys who loved and still love, obviously, craft beer. They did a Kickstarter to get a little bit of money together and open this little tiny nano brewery, and 600 square foot nano brewery in Leesburg, Virginia, and just started cranking away at really tiny, minuscule amounts of beer. Started to garner a name for themselves. They won a gold medal at the World Beer Cup with the Saison they brewed. Were able to cobble together a little bit more money, and then in 2016 opened the current production facility, tap room, and taqueria in Sterling, Virginia. So they're a really cool story, and what's also been amazing is to watch their evolution. I think they're making some of the most delicious hoppy beers and sours in Northern Virginia right now, and so they're really kind of hitting their stride, and I think this beer is a good example of it.
It just continues to blow my mind what's going on around here in the region. You know, compared to 5-6 years ago when we started doing this, it is just mind-boggling.
Literally
I can't
5
wait
years ago, this was.
I don't want to be. Yeah, I don't want to be 5 years older, but I can't wait for 5 years
What's going to
from
happen?
now.
I know. And the thing
and you guys at Blue Jacket and.
I mean, so this just in this area where they are, they're in Sterling, which is, you know, right near Dulles Airport. You have Ocelot Brewing Company, you know, we talk about all the time, amazing brewery right around the corner. You know, you have Aslan Brewing Company, also incredible, in Herndon, right there. So you've got three just like top-notch breweries right, clumped right around Dulles Airport, making great beers. This beer, like you mentioned, it's hazy, very aromatic, not very much bitterness. It's brewed with 2 hops, Equinaut, which used to be called Equinox, that gives it a really cool kind of melon, citric quality, a little bit of like bell pepper note in the finish is what it's known for, slightly herbal. And then Lemon Drop, which is a light hop, obviously lots of citrus there, but also a minty quality to the beer. So really cool hop usage here.
It's very pleasant, doesn't punch you in the nose
at all. It's yeast driven. That's the thing about a lot of these beers. It's like they're not just dank West Coast hop bombs in the nose either. There's a lot of yeast character. There's a fruity note and a sweet note from the yeast that goes along nicely to kind of temper some of the hop notes.
Unlike some more bitter beers, I'm thinking the pairing options must be quite more various. What would you pair it with?
And that's what's been so cool about these kind of like softer East Coast hazy IPAs is that they have more options. So you could do this. I'm kind of thinking about like that minty melon note that we have here and the sweetness. This is actually great with ceviche. I never thought I'd say that in the old days. You would never pair a bitter beer with sour fish. That would clash heavily, but this beer has almost no bitterness. So it's a really cool kind of sweet and sour note there. You could also do it with a meatier fish like tuna, swordfish, salmon. And then also I really like this with red sauce dishes. Again, lack of bitterness, good herbal notes, good sweet fruit quality. So like Basil Mott's pizza, classic red sauce Italian. And then last, it's amazing with Greek food, like a Greek salad, souvlaki, and then also Middle Eastern foods like falafel, hummus, things like that.
And I don't know what it is, but unfiltered beer is so pleasing to my eye. I'm sure it may be weird some people out, but
everybody's coming around to it. Like if you said this 10 years ago, people would be like, this is an abomination, we will not drink it. And there still are plenty of classic brewers, old school brewers, who believe that beer should have clarity, it should be brilliant, unless you're talking about like wit beer or Hefeweizen or something like that. But you're right, we are visual tasters. Instagram culture is propelling this as well, but people love the look of this kind of glowing, hazy IPA, and I mean, I'm on board too.
No hazy wine. No hazy wine.
That's coming around too.
Okay, maybe. All right, Greg, thank you as always. Everyone, please always do drink responsibly and be sure to bring your thirst next time for another Beer of the Week.